terrific all season long, 23-0, 14-0 in duels. And he is just, I don't know what else to say. He is electric. Anything you could look for in a wrestler or want to see, you find in Zane Retherford. He will be taking on Kalen Richards of Michigan State. Again, the Nittany Lions in the blue singlets, got the white Penn State lettering, and they have the Nittany Lion logo on the back. Michigan State working the green and white singlets, and they have the Spartan logo on the front.
Kind of, Brendan, what we talked about earlier in the match with the weight change and how the three wrestlers in Conaway, Gulabon, and Retherford all moved up a weight this year. Retherford seems to be the best or the most transition to the weight changes. He's gotten a lot stronger so far and leads the team with 10 pins.
Zane Retherford with 2 points for the takedown as they work off the mat. They'll return to the center. He has 4 seconds of riding time already accumulated. Just a little over 30 seconds have gone by in this first period.
We're going to see a lot here. Rutherford, more than any other wrestler on this Penn State team, is going to get a lot of takedowns and also cut a lot of guys loose. He loves getting takedowns, cutting loose, and try to get his positioning. But it's not there because he is a guy that loves getting back points and loves trying to get those pins. And if he doesn't have a good position right away, he just cuts him loose and tries again. So definitely look for that. That's the entire match from Rutherford.
Richards is awarded the escape point. Rutherford leads 2-1, 1:55 left to go in this first period. Retherford also has 21 seconds of riding time in his favor. No takedown points awarded there. Our referee, Michael Millward, initially put up 2 points in Rutherford's favor for the takedown, but quickly took that right back. 1:30 left to go in the first period. Rutherford leads 2-1. Bit of a scramble on the mat now. Neither wrestler with total control. Retherford now given 2 more points. He leads 4-1. Working toward the head of Richards.
This is a match here for Richards that he really has to try to damage control, as we kind of talked about the keys in the open, Brandon. 13 straight matches that Zane Retherford has scored at least some type of bonus points. And he just tries to keep that going tonight, obviously. And for Richards, you really have to try everything you can to not expose your legs, try not to get takedowns, and more importantly, don't expose your back to Retherford. Because as we see, he's really already trying to work for those back points. Do not expose your back and do not get taken down. Because this match, like I said, Retherford is the best on this Penn State team of turning a close match into a blowout right away.
4-1, Retherford still leads. 25 seconds left to go in this first period. As you mentioned, bonus points. Rutherford's riding time now nearing 1 minute and 10 seconds. Through one period.
As we see Retherford really in his go-to move right there with the scissors across his legs, across the midsection of Richard. That's how he gets a lot of his pins and a lot of his back points, is by controlling the midsection with both of his legs, squeezing as hard as he can. And honestly, at some point, some wrestlers just give up and get pinned because it's so painful because his legs are so strong.
So Richards will be treated. He's got a bit of a nosebleed here. They'll look to clean the mat very quickly. I believe they'll just plug up that nose, and he should be back on the mat in no time. 14 seconds left to go in the first period, and although I wouldn't say Retherford has looked completely dominant so far, he's certainly in control.
Oh, he has been in control. And for Richards, like I said, this is tough for him. Coming in 1-12 on the year, 0-8 in dual meets, 0-7 in the Big Ten. And what else can I say about Retherford? I mean, back control after looking a little bit off last night against Lehigh. Definitely didn't wrestle his best match. I'm sure he will tell you that as well. So he definitely looks to try to get back on the right track here with this back-to-back meet and try to close out the Big Ten regular season duels, at least, on a good note.
Now 5 seconds left in the first period. Retherford will just ride him out as he collects 1 minute and 30 seconds of riding time just through one period here, so we'll have 2 left. And Retherford will start on the bottom.
As look to see why Retherford is so dangerous. He gets that single leg and then just opens up, spins his way around, just uses his strength to open up that double leg and get the 2-point takedown. And that is one of the biggest things for Retherford. He is shooting, I know this is not a stat in wrestling, but over 90% of his shots he hits, or he gets through. And so that's why he's just so dangerous. When he takes those shots, gets on that single leg, he's so dangerous and usually always converts for the 2 points.
Retherford up now 5-1. He's awarded the escape point. 1:40 left to go. Now 2 more points coming Retherford's way as he pushes down on the head and neck of Richards, although Richards is awarded the escape point. Retherford now up 7-2, a minute 29 of riding time. 2 more points coming to Zane. He leads 9-2 now, 122 left to go, and they'll work back toward the center of the mat. 133 of riding time in Retherford's favor. Now is when he's starting to really show that dominance.
Like I said, Brandon, really now he's starting to get in that groove, and now especially when he's cutting wrestlers look like he's about to with Richards again, it gets pretty dangerous, and it's almost, what can you do? Because there's a hurricane coming at you. Just take down, escape, and Retherford is one of the best at it, and that's why he's so good and arguably one of the best wrestlers on this Penn State team.
Now, a caution was given to Retherford before the referee blew his whistle there. He had that diamond triangle shape on the back of Richards. I don't know if the referee thought he was just pushing too hard or what exactly it was, but a caution was called there on Retherford. Nonetheless, no points went against him that time, but now Richards with the escape point. Retherford with a quick takedown once more. He leads 11-3, 50 seconds left in this second period. Riding time now up over 2 minutes in favor of Zane Retherford. Now the score is 11-4. Richards with the escape. Both wrestlers working at their feet, and now Richards is really starting to look a bit fatigued.
And you see Retherford working with that Russian tie there on the left arm. One of his other big go-to moves there, and you see another caution warning on Richards, and it's just for Richards is what can you do? Because even when it seems like his legs are covered, he's doing a great job of not giving Retherford anything, Retherford still finds an opening somewhere, and more importantly, connects on those takedown chances, which is one of the reasons why it's so hard to wrestle against this redshirt sophomore.
So that was a stall warning called there on Richards. Retherford leads 15-5, 10-point advantage with 5 seconds left to go in this second period and over 2 minutes and 20 seconds of riding time. Richards, again, just certainly looks fatigued heading into this third period, and I would look out for an early pin coming Retherford's way in this third period.
Like I said, this is why he's so good. Now we see, again, just really nothing there, just works his way around, gets that single and double leg right away, and just kind of works right around Richards using his speed and strength, something that's really benefited him moving up a weight class. And like I said, now you see Richards really starting to take some deep breaths here, starting to slow down. This is where Retherford's at his best, taking advantage of that when the opponent is worn down, and that's when he gets the back points, and like I said, that's why he has, or leads the team with 10 pins.
Retherford with 2 minutes, 40 seconds of riding time. And now Richards is awarded an escape point. Retherford with 2 more quickly for the takedown. He leads by 11, 17-6. And Richards again with the quick escape. So, like you mentioned earlier, I believe it was in the first period, Zane just kind of will let his opponent free and then go right back at him. He leads now 19-7 with almost 3 minutes of riding time, so he will certainly have the bonus point there. Richards again awarded an escape point.
So Retherford really working there on that Russian tie a lot today. It's been so successful. Again, another takedown right now. This is where he's just at his best, just taking down opponents and then not even bothering with and trying to get back points or pin. Just cutting him loose and just going right back again for the legs. And that's just, as a wrestler, it just has to tire you out. Just at one point, just break your will. And during this match, and that's what Retherford does so well.
The wrestlers work off the mat. Retherford leads 21-8. Less than a minute left to go in the third period. Retherford's riding time again nearing 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Certainly dominant so far. And 2 more points coming Retherford's way is when he gets lethal. Almost working for the pin as he continues now. Working Richards. Richards escapes for a short moment. 30 seconds left to go in this third period. Retherford still continues to chip away at Richards. Now 25 seconds.
See Retherford looking at the clock. 14 points right now is the difference. You get to that 15, get that extra point for the tech fall. And that's what Retherford is doing. We're checking to see. And with that riding point, that should, if he can just ride him out, that should do it and give him the tech fall.
So a stall warning is called second on Richards, and that will give Zane Retherford the tech